everyone, it's Nancy, and today we're going to do our collage, Let's Create Collage, and the 50 Stack Challenge 6. And so, it's 37 is circle and 38 is advertisement. So, I just was looking through a very old 1948 Better Homes and Gardens, and I came across this ad. And I just love the colors. And I thought, well, that's a cute ad because it's not just beige. There's colors in this ad. And that whole magazine is loaded with ads. I love it. I bought it at an antique shop. And it's so simple. For circles, I just punched 3 circles out in the colors that kind of went with that. And I figured I want to keep as much as this picture on the page and then fill in with the bottom and just add a few circles. It's really simple. I mean, I'm okay with it. And, here, once again, we're doing primaries, but I wrote down vintage primary because, if you use a vintage ad, you have the vintage look to it. So I'm going to call it, because I can, right? I don't know. I'm going to call the color Vintage Primaries, vintage, for number 31, our collage. I don't know. And then number 37, circle, 38, advertisements. Let's just see what happens. So, simple, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. So I want to cut this out. And I could have done it beforehand, but I wasn't sure. But what I want to do is kind of cut this out. And the only thing with these vintage magazines and all, let me just kind of do this. The paper is, it's thin. The paper is thin, so you got to be careful. It rips really easily. So I want to use as much as this on here. I'm going to trim this out, actually. And my goal was to fill in with the rest of this ad, to fill in the page. So if you don't mind hanging with me for a minute, I want to keep the integrity of the paint can and the Dutch Boy paints. So I hope you're all doing well. Oh, I think I'm going to leave that there, yeah, because the ad kind of ends right here. Okay, and I can always trim that part off on top. Let me get some of this bottom part here cut off around his shoe, and hopefully this is gonna be enough paper, I think, to we're just going to use the rest of the ad to do the page. So it'll all be about the paint. Like that. Okay. So I did not do a good job of cutting that straight at all. So let me see if I can straighten this up here. And yeah, this challenge is almost done. I can't believe it. We have maybe 6 more weeks to go. So that's kind of exciting, huh? Okay, so I can see that I'm not going to be able to get the whole thing on. I'm going to have it like that. I might actually, I really don't want to cut any of this the paint can off. I wanted it to go here, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So I know I need something here. So let's just start taking some of this. I'm going to just trim this here. Oh, wow. I'm doing a really bad job of cutting this. Okay, so I want to, if I do move this out here, I kind of like this strip here to go down. So let's just cut that as straight as I possibly can. Okay, and maybe this way. Yeah, that would work. I don't mind that at all. Okay, well, I'm just going to get that on there. We're going to figure this out. And I'm just going to see if I have any glue left in this glue stick. Now that I know I can't get these glue sticks, I did buy myself Oohoo's, I told you, but yeah, is anybody else having a hard time finding the Scotch permanent glue sticks anywhere? Because even their website, they're selling them single for like $10, and I'm like, I am not paying $10 for a glue stick. There's no way. No way. No way. Okay, did I say this way? Yeah. Okay, let me make sure I'm in frame here, and I'm gonna try to get this in. And this is the other thing, when you put this paper down, you're not going to have the luxury of pulling it back up. So try to get it down, and that, okay. So I don't mind that at all, and I'll trim that part off. Maybe I'll do that now so I have a better idea. Try to cut that as straight as I can. So I have a better idea there. So this way I don't have to cut the paint can off. I love that. Okay, but I will, that's okay. I'm okay with that part. Let's just see. And I can use this piece as well. Okay. Carefully. So that's going to go there. And then let me trim this. And I could probably save that, we'll see, but let's do some of this down here. I am going to trim this here and this. Now, if I put that there, and that goes here, I could technically just do that. I could do that, and then I have this little area down here. Let me see if I can pick up my little circles here. It's kind of different, isn't it? I wanted to do something like that. But I have a little spot down here, which I could fill in. I could fill in here. Like that. Oh gosh, Nancy did a terrible job of that, didn't you? Let's try that again. Maybe I could do this instead. Just to add the green, some green in there. Okay. All right, so first of all, we need to get this piece down. So I'm gonna see how much glue I have left in here. And I have a new one ready. See, there it was done. Okay, so let me get this up here. I'm gonna put that down here. Okay. And then I'm going to put that there. I could do, no, I'm going to do it this way. Okay, now I've got to get glue on this big piece here, like that. Kind of like it, kind of like it. All right, get rid of that. Open up a new one. Now, I'm just trying to think of how I want this. And another tip is when you're using glue books and for these thin pages, make sure you're not touching your glue, because this is so thin that it will stick to your glue page and ruin your image. I've done it a few times already. So, and it's not fun. So I'm going to go halfway here on this odd edge of the image here, like that. Okay. And then I'm going to stick that down. This is my idea here. But then I'm going to go back up and glue. Oh, okay. All right, that was my idea. And then I'm going to flip this over and know that I can glue here. I was just trying to think of the best way to do this. Okay. I think that's gonna work just fine. Where's my spreader? Yeah, that worked out fine. Okay, now use my corner rounder here. That didn't work very good. I think I used the wrong one. Okay, there's that. And then we could do the circles like that. I think it's a cute page. I mean, there's not much to it, but I think it's a really, I love this ad. I just think that's so cool. And I think I'm going to glue those down with my wet glue. I was even thinking, I know it's a simple page, but you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I really am. It's almost like adding, the circles are like extra, you know, paint chips or something, little chips of paint like that. I don't know, I kind of like them. Kind of like it. Simple but cute. What do you think? So, advertisement and circle. Vintage primary colors. I like that. That's a pretty house. I like that pretty house. All right. Well, I know it's a short video, but you know what? We accomplished circles and advertisement, and I'm gonna call this done. So I hope you have a magazine that you can find a vintage ad for too, and just do that. See if you can find a colored ad. It's just something different than a regular, vintage beigey color ad. Try to find something fun like this. Just add a few circles or something, and we've accomplished our goal today. So, all right, friends, I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day and take care now. Bye.